Hi guys, welcome back to Universal Yums. Before we get into the video, as you all know, Dubby is a sponsor of my channel, as they are many others. So I'm gonna introduce you guys to a new line of their company, Dubby Hydro, which it has all the same benefits as like the energy drink, like with the it's no sugars, it's caffeine free, all that, except this isn't for energy. This is just like the flavoring for your water. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it out here. Which mine I have pine berry splash and watermelonada, which I'm gonna try the watermelonada just to see how good it is. Okay, so I think one packet. Hold on. So yeah, one packet for 12 to 16 fluid ounce bottle. So a water bottle just like this you get from the store in the 24 packages of water will suffice. As you see, like the water, probably take it up now just to get the flavor and clear there. Just to show you, there's no artificial dyes. You can see the water, it's kind of cloudy now, but that's how you know that the sugar, the flavoring packet's actually doing something. Let's go ahead and taste it. That's actually really good. And like it's perfectly sweet even without them adding sugar or anything like that. Like I said, it still gives you like electrolytes, it's hydration support, and everything else that W Energy does. So, go to W Energy store, buy yourself some W Hydro, and use code Galaxy10 to get 10% off. But, anyways, with that out of the way, it's time to get back into Universal Yums, which this will be our first Universal Yums video of 2024, but definitely not the last. But today, we're going to Poland. So, it's looking interesting just looking into the box already. But as always, we're gonna start with the trivia train. So let's celebrate spring. Locals throw a big doll in a river. Huh, that's an interesting one. In Poland, springtime means it's time to toss a doll into a river. Not just any old doll, though. Marzana, the pagan Slavic goddess of winter, death, and rebirth. Locals traditionally craft her from hay, cloth, and ribbons, and toss her into the river to guarantee the coming of spring. And remember, don't look back at the doll after it's in the water. It's said to lead to illness. That's interesting. I'm guessing that there's some sort of tradition that started that, but curious as to what. In the city of Poznan, the water supply is controlled by 8 clams. The clams at Plon's water treatment plant all have sensors fixed to their shells. If all 8 clams cause a reaction to unsafe pollutants in the water, the sensors will trigger the water supply to shut off. Luckily, it hasn't happened in the 26 years the clams have been employed, so locals can drink their tap water feeling happy as clams. Okay, sure. Poland is home to the largest desert in Europe. Okay. Nope, it's not a mirage. Chilly, forested Poland is home to a desert. In the 13th century, land was cleared to make room for a silver mine, but instead, 37,000 acres of sand were uncovered, deposited over a century before by melting glaciers. Today, the Blado Desert has shrunk to 7,900 acres, with locals coming together to conserve the kooky attraction. Okay. On the Polish holiday Śmigus Dyngus, it's custom for boys to dump water on girls. Yeah, that makes sense. In Poland, Śmigus Dyngus tradition calls for boys to wake girls up by dousing them with buckets full of water. To avoid the drenching, girls can pay a so-called ransom of pisanki, traditionally painted Easter eggs, or they can exact their revenge by dousing the boys right back. Okay, what is a common pizza topping in Poland? Ketchup. Actually, that kind of makes sense. Because, there's already the marinara sauce on there, and that's made with tomatoes. Ketchup's made with tomatoes. Okay. Order a slice of pizza in Poland and you'll get a side of ketchup or a hearty drizzle right on top. It all started with a traditional street food called zapiekanka, an open-faced baguette topped with cheese, mushrooms, and loads of ketchup. The dish became so popular that even Western-style pizza came in Poland. Ketchup remained the topping of choice. Okay. Between 2006 and 2007, Poland's president and prime minister were identical twins. Yep, Lech Kaczynski became president of Poland in 2005, and in 2006, his identical twin brother, Jaroslaw, became prime minister. Talk about confusing. That's not the only interesting thing about this pair. Way before their political careers, they starred side by side in a popular Polish children's movie called The Two Who Stole the Moon. That's interesting. Okay. There are over 300 of these hidden in the city of Wrocław. Gnomes. That's a lot of gnomes. In 80s Poland, a movement known as the Orange Alternative arose in opposition to communism. Their emblem, gnomes, meant to symbolize the absurdity of the oppressive system. While they were first just spray-painted depictions, in the 21st century, the first statue of Papa Dwarf was placed on Swidnica Street to commemorate the movement. Now over 300 gnomes are hidden across the city, making hunting for them all a top tourist activity. 8. All Polish television is dubbed by the same man. Okay. In Poland, subtitles are very rare. Instead, everything is dubbed, and all with the same man's voice. No matter if the speaker is a woman, man, or kid, everything is read by the same monotone male voice. Some Polish folks find it annoying, but most are just accustomed to it. What do you think? Would this mess with your next binge watch? Yes, very much. Very much would. Alright. Anyway, now it's time to begin with the first thing on our list. We have Beskidzki gingerbread sticks with cocoa glaze. The holidays aren't over just yet. We've got one more Polish tradition to squeeze in. Okay, but it's not the one where Poles prepare a whopping 12 dishes for Christmas, each one representing one of Jesus' disciples. Well, I'd hope not, being with what the date is. Or the one where they eat carp for good luck. Some Poles even keep the fish's scales in their wallets for good measure. I'm curious about that. What? They eat fish for good luck? Hold on. Why do Polish eat fish for good luck? Oh, I know how to spell. In Poland, carp is a traditional Christmas Eve meal and is believed to bring good luck. That doesn't answer my question. For many years, custom in Poland and its neighboring country dictated that families head to their local fish market and buy live carp for the holiday season. Instead of butchering it right away, they fill up the tub and keep it alive for the next 2 or 3 days. At the end of its tenure as resident of the bathroom, the carp becomes the main course at the elaborate 12-course feast, one dish for each of the 12 apostles, known as Vigilia. You think the Roman Catholic Church for this fishy custom. Christmas Eve was traditionally considered a day of fasting, and devotees were not permitted to eat meat. Seafood, however, was entirely permissible, and over the years, Christmas Eve dinners evolved to include fish as the main course. Carp is the most popular choice in Eastern European countries like Slovakia, Poland, and the Czech Republic, as well as Germany and Croatia. For the latter two countries, the fish is thought to bring good luck and prosperity. The scales are sometimes tucked under dinner plates and carried around in wallets to attract wealth. According to NPR, the carp in the bathtub tradition is likely rooted in a time of pre-refrigerator necessity. Practice was a way to keep the carp fresh before it was time to cook it. Huh, that's actually interesting. I guess it kind of makes sense. Alright, where were we? Or the one where they watch the country's most beloved holiday film, Home Alone. It's the one where they eat gingerbread. Take a bite of the cookie in stick form. Each stick is coated with gingerbread spice, then coated with rich chocolate. Enjoy the last bites of the holidays. Can't imagine that this is gonna taste unfamiliar to me because it's gingerbread and chocolate. Like, I know what they both taste like. Of course, I don't know that I've ever had them together. It's, you can see, like, they might be hard, but they left right here at this point, that chocolate cuts off so you can see the actual stick. But obviously, I'm going to bite up here so I can get both flavors. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty good. Um, the cinnamon and the chocolate really go well together. I kind of wish that more of it, like the whole entire stick was covered in chocolate instead of just a portion of it. because those flavors really do mix well together. But, definitely not bad. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Anyways, moving on, we have Monster Munch Crispy Potato Snack, which really just looks like smiley fries, but I'm sure that it's not. Fun fact, every year the average Pole eats over 250 pounds of potatoes. That's heavier than a baby elephant. So how are all these taters eaten? Beyond pierogi, there are Plocky Ziemniaczane. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Potato pancakes. Kluski Slasky potato balls. And for snacks, there's one clear standout. Monster Munch. With their light and airy crunch, perfect sprinkling of salt, and ghoulishly fun shape, these potato crisps are nothing short of a national treasure, beloved all across the country. So, are they like, I'm guessing they're like potato chips? In a way? Right? They look kind of like potato chips. Though they're like kind of puffy, too. Well, they're good, because like, they're salted like potato chips, but at the same time, like them being puffy makes them different from normal potato chips. Because like, there was still a crunch, but I don't know, it was a different sounding crunch, I guess. It's hard to describe it, really, but they were good. I'll give them an 8 out of 10, too. Anyways, moving on. This is an interesting one. Paprika flavored coated peanuts. At dinner tables throughout the US, you'll hear past salt and pepper, but in Poland, you'll hear something different. Pasta paprika. This bright red powder made from dried bell peppers is one of Poland's favorite spices, used to add flavor and color to cheese, meat, and of course peanuts. With a heavy dusting of the spice, the nuts have been transformed into a smoky, slightly sweet zinger of a snack. Better yet, underneath the paprika spice is a crispy cracker coating, helping to deliver a little extra crunch in each and every bite. Now, I am a fan of spicy things. So, although paprika isn't technically considered to be spicy, I think I'll enjoy it. So, here's what it looks like. You can yeah, there's a good healthy coating of paprika on there. Flavor's kind of sticking in my mouth. I don't mind it, but they're good. So I'll give them a 7 out of 10. Not for any particular reason as to the flavor, I don't know, I don't eat peanuts often. Hey look, Poland sticker. Let's add that. I really wish I had stickers from the other countries, but I only have Scandinavia, around the world, and now Poland. Of course, the other stickers were probably in there. Oh, I'm gonna like this one. As you guys know, I'm a fan of lemon. So here we have lemon cream cookies. This yum contains an important life lesson. Don't take lemons for granted. Under the communist regime from 1944 to 1989, lemons were rare in Poland until a local scientist named Zygmunt, I probably butchered that name, Pieniazik. I'm really sorry if I said that wrong. Introduced a new lemon. That wasn't a lemon at all. The Skierniewicz lemon tastes just like the real thing, but is actually a hybrid of pomelo and citron fruits. By encouraging locals to grow it, Pieniazik gave Poland a bright lemony flavor in a dark time. Thankfully, modern Poland is flush with true lemons, which in turn makes these citrusy cookies possible. Alright. Well, here's what it looks like. As you guys know, I am a fan of lemon. So, that's good. So it tastes good. It's just like the texture of the cream is a little bit odd, I guess is the best way to put it. But again, it's really good, so if it wasn't for the texture, I'd give it a 10 out of 10, but because of that, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Oh boy. And the next one is something I don't like very much. Dark chocolate marshmallow bar. I'll try to be fair though. Ask anyone in Poland for the country's most famous chocolate, and they'll point you to the E. Wadel Company. It's just as famous in Poland as Hershey's is in the US. Not to mention 40 years older, founded all the way back in 1851. Ask what E. Wedel's most famous confection is, and you'll be pointed to this yum. Named Ptasi Mleczko, after a Greek idiom meaning an unobtainable delicacy. This fluffy, dark chocolate-coated vanilla marshmallow treat skyrocketed in popularity after Jan Wedel first created it in 1936, and it's still every bit as beloved today. Alright. I'll try to be fair, but I'm not a very big fan of dark chocolate or even chocolate marshmallow, for be honest with you. I kinda fell apart. Well, kind of fell apart on me whenever I opened it up, but I have to take back what I said. It's not bad. Like, don't get me wrong, that the dark chocolate taste is still there. It comes as a bit of an aftertaste, but it initially, like whenever you bite into it, when it's paired with the marshmallow, it kind of like gives it that sweet taste. It's not as bitter as dark chocolate normally is. So, this is a tough one. I think I'll give it 8 out of 10 just because of the aftertaste. Alright, now it's time for our last two, which are in the Yum bag. So, let's go ahead and alright. So for starters, we have cow candy milk fudge. Beloved Polish caramels with a crumbly outside and gooey inside. What? Say hello to Poland's most popular candy, the little cow. But we're not talking about the cute cow on the wrapper, though it is adorable. We're referencing this candy's name, which is literally little cow, or krałki in Polish. First produced in Poznan by the Pomorsky family, the candy is made by combining cow's milk with butter and sugar, boiling it, pouring it into a pan, cooling it, and cutting it into their signature rectangles. The result is a buttery caramel candy with a crumbly outside and a luxuriously soft inside. Our advice: take teeny bites. Allow each to melt slowly in your mouth so that this little cow can last as long as it possibly can. I'm actually going to take that advice. But, that's obviously because I have to rate it based on what it tastes like. So, it's always the caramel. So here's the thing. I like caramel. I have no problem at all with caramel. But for whatever reason, whenever I try these caramel candies from other countries, it's always the texture that throws me off. I don't want to rate it harshly because it tastes good. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, but that's strictly because of the texture of it. If it wasn't for the texture, I'd give it probably a 9, but strictly the texture of it's kind of what's throwing me off there. Alright, and now it's time for our final candy. So there's 3 flavors. They only sent me 2. Hold on. Okay, I guess I only get 2. Don't know why they wouldn't send me all 3, but whatever. But these are chocolate-covered jelly candies. When you think jelly, you probably think of the fruity spread you slather on toast, but in Poland, it refers to any number of unique dishes. There's Kisale, a loose raspberry jelly commonly served as a drink, or Cernicnazino, a jelly-topped cheesecake. But let's focus on the particular jelly variety in your box. An uber popular chocolate-covered jelly candy. Fruity lemon, orange, or cherry jellies are slathered in chocolate so the pulls can get their jelly fix on the go, and so that you can sample this jiggly Polish tradition. So of course I'm going to try both flavors. I'm not sure how I feel about chocolate and jelly, like combined. Seems a bit peculiar, but okay. You know what? Before I say anything, let's try the orange. Okay, so they were good. They were a bit tough to chew, and I don't know. The cherry, I didn't really have too much cherry flavor in it, really. Of course, that might just be an issue that happened in production of it. Who knows? But the orange was really good. You could really taste that, like, it was orange. So I think I'll give those an 8 out of 10 as well. And that also makes me realize that we rated these fairly high today. But yeah, that brings us to the end. So as always, I like to, go ahead and promote them and tell you guys you can go and get them yourself here on their shop. There's the 5 to 7 snack yum box that's $16, which is what I always get. You can also get the 10 to 12 snack yum box, which is $26, and then the super yum box, which even comes with drinks, which I've thought about getting a few times, but it's way too expensive for monthly. Though you can always prepay for 1 year, but that's going to be a lot of money if you choose to do this one here. But always you can choose which country you want to go to. Apparently there was only 2 for this month, but so I could have gotten France, but I got Poland. It only lets you choose your first destination, unfortunately, which after that it's randomly selected, but there's still some good snacks you can get from different countries, and leaves a little bit of a surprise whenever you get something from a country you didn't expect. So visit universalyums.com/shop. Like I said, use my code Galaxy10 at the on W Energy to get yourself some W Hydro and get some interesting flavoring into your water. But also I do plan on getting back into Cassette Beasts. I know it's been a while, but hopefully here soon I'll have another video out on it for you guys. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Blood is running down my face, tears are forming in my eyes. Father always told me pain is temporary, keep in stride. Lift your head up, don't you cry. Fighters always will survive. The hurt you feel inside can only mean that you're alive. Keep your head down and digging. God will provide you vision and lead you where you need to be if you just shut up and listen. And